Let's get cooking. Hello everyone, I've missed you. Welcome back. Today we are joined by our first ever guest on Cooking with Remi, someone who is very special to me. Not only did she birth me, but even more importantly, she gave me the cooking skills that I have today. Everyone, welcome my mother! Yay! Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Suzanne.
Her name is Suzanne. We call her Cruz. In the house. Today, I thought it was only fitting to have my mother be my first guest on the show because I learned everything about cooking from her. She doesn't measure, which I learned to not measure from her, which has made making recipe cards and things for you guys a little hard. We've had to try and change my mindset. So what are we cooking today, Mother?
We're making kimchi stew,
Yes.
omelet rice, and a sandwich.
Yes. I cannot wait. I am so hungry.
So let's get cooking.
What are we cooking?
We are cooking kimchi jjigae.
Yes.
Or you can call it kimchi stew. So we want to have meats here, little pork ribs and pork belly. You could always throw in some Spam. There's a lot of salt in here, so that actually gives a little more flavor to it as well. But you don't have it, that's fine. You don't have this, that's fine. That's the beauty of it. You can just go to American store and buy some pork chops.
I have a sous chef here today. As she said, you can use whatever meats that you want. She's gonna work on the vegetables while I chop up the meats. So I'm gonna cut my pork belly into like, what is that? Maybe an inch slice?
Yep.
For those who don't use the metric system. 5 centimeters, maybe 6, I'm not really sure. How many centimeters we're talking?
About 3 centimeters.
No, like 4. That's like 4.
An inch and a half, 3 to 4 centimeters.
Okay, my mom is slicing up
The green onions.
2 green onions. We've got 6 cloves of garlic. She's got cabbage and onions.
Yep.
We chose to make this today because this is, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't my favorite growing up, but it was just one that my mom made a lot. Whenever I tell people that I'm Korean, they're always like, oh my God, I bet your mom made the best food growing up. And you did. You did make great Korean food.
Yes, I did.
But this is like one that you go to a lot. And now as an adult, I understand why, especially with having kids. I mean, I don't have kids, but I can imagine having kids. You're really busy. This is easy to just throw into a pot. You don't have to worry about it. I feel like this is the equivalent of white people's crock pot. When I went to the Midwest, they were all talking about how much they love just like throwing things in a crock pot and then you can just walk away and not worry about it.
Yeah,
I love crock pot meal.
Yeah.
And this to me is very similar. You just throw it in the pot and then forget about it and then you come back and like the longer you let it cook, the better it is. So as she said, you can use pork belly, you can use tofu, you can completely omit the meat, you can do whatever you like. Do I chop these bones?
No.
Oh, I just leave it whole?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Okay.
And pork is good because it does have fat, and that's what makes the broth taste good is the fat.
I have to admit, this was my favorite part about the kimchi jjigae. When you would keep this in, I don't know if this is normal, but we had like a second fridge in the garage that we'd only keep all the Korean food in because it's extra pungent and kind of a little smelly and like lots of like, you know, flavors and things are going on. Lots of vinegars, lots of things like that. So she would just keep this giant pot of kimchi jjigae in the garage fridge and I would sneak out and just sneak out all the Spam pieces because that was my favorite part and just eat the Spam. Okay, my meats are sliced. She's got her scallions and her garlic.
Yes, and mind you, kimchi already has a lot of garlic in it.
Oh.
So if you're on your type for time, you can just omit the garlic, the green onions.
Never omit the garlic. Never omit the green onions. That's what adds the flavor. People know with me, if a recipe calls for 1 garlic clove, I put in at least 7.
Well, normally when I make it,
It's like dog ears.
but onion is a must. And then you want to cut it just lengthwise like this.
You're so good at chopping. So this is the pot that we're gonna use. You want to use a large pot because this makes a lot of food and a lot of leftovers and it tastes better as the days go on. So this is what I'm gonna use and I'm gonna put it on the stove.
Medium heat.
Okay.
And then add some sesame seed oil. Throw in the meats, not the Spam, save that for later. And then just saute it for like a couple minutes.
Okay, I'll work on that while you chop up the veggies.
Okay.
So our meat browned up a bit. We added in all the veggies except for the cabbage. And my mom said 1 more teaspoon of sesame oil.
And add some sesame seeds, about half a teaspoon of chili flakes. And this is the kind that Remi uses, gochugaru. But there's a lot of different kinds that you can use. 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter, depending on how much you're making.
Give it a stir.
Then you add the kimchi, and then the cabbage, and then the Spam, and let it cook. And for making kimchi jjigae or stir-fried kimchi, the fermented ones are actually better than the fresh kimchi.
More flavour.
More Flavio.
So we added in a jar of 28 ounces of kimchi.
We didn't have enough kimchi for the amount of the other ingredients we have, so we're just adding some more kimchi. You just eyeball a lot of stuff, and it depends on your preference. Then add a little bit of broth if you have it. There you go.
Cabbage in.
And it'll cook
Should
down.
I break it up?
If you can, but it'll cook down.
So there's not a lot of liquid going on, and we need this to steam. So she added a little water to the jar, shook it up, and then we're gonna throw that in to help it out. Oh yeah, that looks much better now. Now we put a lid on?
Yep.
Okay.
And then let it stew. Probably about, I would say, 20 minutes.
Okay, our kimchi jjigae is done. I personally like mine with less broth and just more of the stuff, and
I like a little bit of broth,
yeah.
So.
You can do whatever you want though.
Yeah.
You've got a whole pot of it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna taste test now.
So usually kimchi jjigae, they don't put pork ribs in there, but I like to. So you do have to cook longer so it softens up.
Yeah, that looks bomb. Okay, we served ours with some rice and then garnished with sesame seeds, green onions. I've gotta have a bite of Spam. Cheers.
That's good. See, the broth is good.
Tastes like being back home and just like at my parents' house. It's so, so good. I highly recommend you try this. It's seriously really easy and also is good if you just have leftover kimchi in your fridge that you want to get rid of. This is the perfect way to do it. Or try my kimchi pancakes, which I also will link down below. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's move on to the next recipe, which is
just a plain sandwich.
I especially requested this one because my mom will always text me pictures of whatever she cooks my dad, and they look so, so good. And a couple weeks ago, I went out of town, and my mom stayed here, and just my mom and Cal were here hanging out, and she was cooking for him like he was a king, and he kept raving to me about the sandwich, and I was like, I want this goddamn sandwich. So we're making it today. We are starting off by cooking up some eggs, so I'm just gonna crack these in here, and we're cooking them over easy, you said?
Over medium.
Over medium.
Yes.
Ooh, I love an over medium egg on a sandwich.
So you get the egg ready, and then while you're getting it ready, I'm gonna cut this red onion. And now you can do with or without the onion. That's the beauty of you when you're a cook at home. You can do whatever you want.
She told me originally she came up with this quote unquote recipe with just things that I had in my fridge, and that's what she made for Cal.
So anytime you put in any like butter, egg, bread, and stuff it, it's so good.
Well, you can't go wrong with that.
No.
For bread, we are using fresh sourdough that we picked up from the grocery store. You can use whatever bread you'd like. You can literally do whatever you want with the sandwich.
Sliced, wheat, white.
The best part about a fresh sourdough loaf is you can cut them as thick as you'd like. I love a thick bread sandwich. So,
I like it thin.
Oh, okay, noted. Cut her into nice slices. Also, it's just like fresher, more moist, if you will.
When it's thin, you taste the ingredients
I
more.
want all the bread, all the carbs.
Just a touch of salt and pepper.
Garlic powder on my eggs.
Oh, it's a lot of like.
Oh, that's how much I always put.
Oh.
And then we're gonna grill the bread on a pan with butter, correct? So it gets toasty?
Yes.
This is a perfectly sliced bread. Look at that. Look at that. I killed it.
So with the sliced bread, you can toast one side on unbuttered pan to cut down the butter. And then when you have it, then you start loading up with whatever you want.
Oh, on the toasted side.
And then you grill the butter on the other side.
Okay, this makes sense.
Method to my madness.
Okay.
There you go.
So we're doing Havarti cheese, we're doing sliced turkey.
And if you have like pepperoni, salami, hamburger meat, just whatever, anything works. If you want tomatoes, you can do grilled onions, raw onions.
Ooh, grilled onions would be good.
You know, yes. I like both, but you know. And if you want avocado, that's the beauty of it. Just use whatever you have.
While you do that, I'm gonna put sauces on. What sauces should we put on the bread?
You can put any kind of sauce you want, but today we just do mayo and ketchup.
Ketchup.
Honey mustard would be good. And how about a dash of the spicy sriracha mayo?
So now we put the top bread on.
Now you want to get the pan hot again. Put some butter on it. Then you just place the sandwich on top. So you can just kind of roll the sandwich around the pan to absorb all the butter. And then you add the other half the butter. Let it melt on the other side. And then you flip onto that side.
Oh my God, it looks so good. And our sandwich is done. Listen to this, please. The egg. Oh, it looks so good. Time to taste test. I am so excited. Oh my God, that egg looks amazing. I'm finally trying this sandwich.
You did it well.
That I've heard so much about. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for making me this, Mommy. Oh my God, it's so big. And now I get it why no one would shut up about this sandwich. My God.
And the best thing is, you don't even have to use any meat. You can just use all veggies.
Please, please, please. Oh my God, the crispy cheese. Try this at home. This is gonna be my lunch. And then we're gonna move on to the last recipe.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna make this omurice. And you can make this vegetarian style or add any kind of meats you want.
Today we are doing vegetarian though. For all of those who keep asking, for a vegetarian meal, we've got you. My mom did explain to me in the break what this looks like, and now I remember.
Yes.
I loved this as a kid. So we're gonna start off with close to a mirepoix. We've got finely diced onions, carrots, and green onions, and then some butter. Very hibachi style.
You wanna take 2 eggs and actually scramble it first.
Oh.
Yes, I didn't tell you, surprise.
Yeah.
A little bit of water or a little bit of milk, and you want to season that a little bit. A little salt, a little pepper, and in the Cruz household, garlic powder.
Now you know where I get it from. So where are these scrambled eggs going?
Mixture, mixed with the
With
rice and the
rice.
veggies,
Ooh,
yes.
Yum. Ooh.
So let it cook, and then we're gonna scramble that baby.
In case you don't know how to scramble eggs, you pour it in, you wait a little bit, and then you start pulling from the sides. Pull from the sides, and you get these beautifully luscious scrambled eggs so that they're like nice and evenly cooked. I do a good job.
Yes, you did a very good job.
Good. So we got our scrambled eggs. Now what do we do next?
A little dab of butter.
More butter.
And then now you're going to add your vegetables, chopped finely, of course.
Of course. You're so cute.
Carrots, stir.
Stir.
My sous chef.
Sous chef.
I'm using the green onions in lieu of peas because actually the frozen peas in there makes it really pretty. Really pretty, the color.
Yeah.
But somebody doesn't like peas, so I'm using green onions.
Maybe we can add some in.
Oh, can we?
Yeah. I'll be adventurous with my palette today.
Just a little bit. There you go.
It does look pretty. It looks pretty, yeah.
Or you can use chopped spinach, just the green leafy part, not the stem. Just cut it up thinly, put it in there, and that's really green. That's pretty. And it tastes good.
Burn.
Oh, it is red.
Yes, I really got burned.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Egg it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Now saute that baby up. This is vegetarian style, right? But you can also add, if you want,
You're so much more talkative now.
Pork belly.
You were so quiet earlier.
pork belly, spam, beef. Oh, bulgogi. You know that marinated bulgogi?
Yeah.
You cook that on the side, and then you chop it up and you throw it in there. Then
I knew you were gonna ham it up. It was just a matter of time. You're getting to know the camera.
Mom would come home.
Like literally.
Okay.
I could tell you were so nervous before.
Now you butter the pan.
Wait, I'm not in the frame, Mom.
It's okay. It's alright. It's not about you. And that's the rice.
Oh. Ooh. That looks good. It's getting crispy.
Now you can add some salt and pepper and garlic powder.
People now understand why I only add salt, pepper, and garlic powder to my cooking. I started incorporating onion powder. I was like, oh my God, I'm so adventurous.
The reason why I don't measure is because everyone has different like taste bud, palate. So you just cook by tasting. You know, if it's too salty, add some more rice. If it's not enough salt, add some more salt.
I can't get over how chatty you are now. So when would you make this for me as a kid, and why can I not remember anything about my childhood?
I don't know. You have really bad memory. I know
really
that.
do.
She comes up with stories. I'm like, what? And for this, the rice is actually better if it's on the drier side than wet. You don't want wet rice. For
I
this.
love wet rice.
Then now you want to add this back in, and you know, see.
I can't believe how much you're. And you know.
If you make this and it's too much for the portion of the rice, then don't put it all in, you know?
Or put it all in because it can be more nutritious. I love adding like so many vegetables and like too much extra stuff personally.
Yeah, more is more with Remi.
Like my pizzas, it's just like all toppings and like very little everything else.
You don't even like pizza.
That's true.
Actually, you can eat this as fried rice if you want, or add the ketchup to make the omurice like we're trying today.
How much ketchup do I add?
Just kind of squirt and see.
So the ketchup, I'm guessing, makes it like sweeter, but also adds like a saltiness.
Has a little sweet taste to it.
I'm gonna be honest, ketchup in my fried rice kind of freaks me out.
You just add sweetness to it?
It doesn't taste like ketchup?
No. I need 2 eggs.
Whiskey eggs again. Are we adding milk this time or no?
No.
No milk this time.
I mean, just a tad. Teeny tad. Without the liquid, it holds your shape better because it's firmer, obviously. But I like mine a little bit soft, just a tad. Okay.
Salt, pepper, garlic powder, I'm guessing?
Just salt.
Huh?
Just to throw you off.
You already snuck the other ones in when I wasn't looking.
Okay. So we're getting aerated. See the bubbles?
Ah.
A little bit of butter. So we're gonna make the shell. So we're gonna pour this in and you're gonna let it cook. Yeah, and then we're gonna flip the whole thing.
We're gonna throw a lid on top so that it cooks the top part of the omelet.
Yeah, so with the steam. Cooking is just, there's no rhyme or reason. You just, cooking is not math. There's no one answer. Yeah, that's why I don't bake.
That's why I don't bake, yeah.
That's why I don't bake. Yeah.
I make like my tried and true and that's it. Check out the last episode for my favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe. They really are good though.
It was good. Yeah, Dad had some. I took
Oh, you
some.
did?
I took, yeah.
I was wondering where they went.
I only took 1.5.
I was wondering where they went though.
Flip it, baby. Oh no.
Don't say oh no.
Yay! You did it.
Flip it in.
No. Like so. Got it?
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3. Voila.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Cut. Oh my god.
Push the egg in gently to form the shape of the bowl. See, the egg is like real kind of firm, so you could actually add a little more milk. Omurice is, I think it's Japanese, but my mom would make this for me. That's all I remember.
Oh. Ooh, I bet it'll be good. It looks good.
And then you can cut the excess egg off so that it's nice and pretty. Food tastes better when it looks prettier.
You eat with your eyes. Can I do this?
Yes.
Okay. You flip. Oh my god, I'm nervous. And these nails get in the way. Oh my gosh! Wow! You put a smiley face when we were kids. I remember!
Now do you remember?
All the memories are flooding back.
Yes. Ta-da!
You know those moms on TikTok that are blowing up for making like extravagant lunches for their kids? You were the blueprint for them.
Yes, I was.
You really were. She would make like the crazy stuff. She'd bring us like the best lunches at school. She'd bring me sushi on like my birthday to school. It was
Half birthday.
Half birthday. That's why I am the monster I am.
Started on half birthday.
That's why I am the way that I am.
Don't do it.
This looks so good.
The last one is done, and this is the omurice.
It looks amazing.
That she could remember.
Can't wait to dig in. Maybe I'll taste it and all of my like memories will flood back.
How can you not remember that?
I know, I do actually remember this. Okay, can I slice into the egg?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting so full from eating all these delicious things today. Oh, you didn't wait for me, that's fine. Big bite.
Now remember? Okay. Normally you don't have to put this rice around it like this. I just use a bowl with the egg, but you can use a little wider bowl, shallow. So you lay the egg and then you pack it with rice, flip it, and that's how you get it. Yeah.
Either way, super delicious. Also really easy.
Yes.
I am very full and super happy. Thank you for coming on
You're
today,
welcome.
Mom. Be sure to let me know down below what other episodes of Cooking with Remi you guys want to see, what recipes, what other guests you want to have on. If you want my mom
cooking.
Together?
Yeah.
Oh. If you guys want to see that, comment down below, let us know, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.